This is Washington's Drive at 5. Today's top stories, in depth, breaking news, and traffic and weather every 10 minutes first on the 5s.
105.9 FM.
And AM 630.
WMAL.
Yeah, she's live right here in studio at 5:37. Scottie, now Hughes, she of TPNN and also appearing on CNN and Fox News, Fox Business. Scottie Hughes, and of course, author of the very popular book, Roar.
1 year anniversary of hearing that song on every radio introduction
right?
I've ever done.
The book came out a year ago today?
1 year ago today.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you. It survived.
And
It hasn't been on the clearance rack yet.
They're having a big party out in Simi Valley, California to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of Roar. All the presidential candidates, well, except for Jim Gilmore, as we just heard, are assembling at the Reagan Library. We thought it would be a good time to bring you in since you're in town.
They're having a party for Roar out on the West Coast, and I'm on the East Coast. Yep, that's the story of my life.
All right, so much has been said about this debate tonight. I want to get your perspective. Let's set aside the guy with the baseball hat for a second. Who on that stage needs to emerge tonight and really stake their claim? Who do you think is in trouble? You know, some people are saying there's some people, they don't make a mark tonight, they're done. Do you think it's too soon to be talking that way, or are some people in trouble?
I hope that's true. No, I think some people are in trouble. I mean, we already saw Rick Perry, and actually, he was not my bet. It's the first one that was going to bite the dust.
Who was your bet?
Honestly, I thought Jindal.
Yeah, I thought Jindal was going to be
the first one. I think Lindsey Graham, Pataki. I mean, there's a lot of them. No, they're going to have to. And how do they make that debate? How do they make it? How would you feel right now if you were the guy in the baseball hat, a.k.a. Donald Trump, going into this knowing that most of those guys, if they win a C next week, they have to go in there and somehow clobber him and throw him off his game?
Do you think that's the case? You think that the only way so this is fascinating. So you think the only way the other candidates are going to get any kind of traction tonight is if they go after Trump?
Not all of them, but the majority of them. Yes, if you're underneath, I mean, you're looking at polls where it's 30%, I think is one of the things I saw of Donald Trump, 24% Ben Carson. I might be being very, very liberal on those numbers. And then it's like
first time for everything.
Yeah,
I don't think you're very liberal about
on that one. I'm giving them a lot. But then it's like 8%, 3%,
right.
4%. There's such a big gap there.
Scott Walker is barely pulling now, and he's really well funded. See, I think it is crucial for Walker to emerge. So given that, and if you think that's the strategy that they need to employ, who's going to be the one who's going to succeed tonight? Who's going to be the one that we're talking about tomorrow other than Trump?
That's a hard one because all it takes is one line. It takes one line that stumps the Trump.
Yeah.
And if they stump him, then they're going to be the headline right now.
See, I have a different opinion on this. I think the one who's going to emerge tonight is Ted Cruz because he's going to be in harmony with Trump. He's going to emerge as listen, I agree.
I'm all for that.
I agree with what Donald Trump is saying. The difference is I'm a sitting U.S. Senator from the state of Texas. I was a law clerk for the Supreme Court. I know how to work around government. I know how to get things done within the government, but I'm not part of the problem. I'm new to Washington. So he can sort of be the thinking man's Trump, if you don't. And I'm not suggesting that Trump is not a thinking man, but you know what I'm saying.
He can, but at the same time, I think that you're not going to see. I don't think you're going to see Cruz in any ways challenge Trump. And if you do, it's just going to be kind of not challenge, but just say, the difference between Trump and I.
Just draw a distinction.
I don't even see he's going to do that.
Right.
I don't think he has to. I think that actually hurts anybody that right now, because I don't care who you are. They're all salivating over that percentage he has. So I don't care that's their goal, and they don't want to alienate. And we're finding anybody that tries to go after that and call that base names like clown, someone's about to come on, and others, it doesn't really work out for them.
Brian Wilson and I, by the way, will be live tweeting this debate tonight at WMAL DC. Make sure you follow WMAL DC. One last prediction for tonight. I think that, sadly, because I like him very much, but I think one person who is going to come out of the debate and actually see a little bit of a downturn is going to be Ben Carson. I think a lot of eyes are on Ben Carson. A lot of people are watching him because of his numbers. And he's been kind of stealthy up until now. Now he's under the spotlight, and I don't know if he's going to be able to rise to it.
You know what? Here's the thing, how Ben Carson wins tonight is he does exactly what he's been doing. The reason why he's risen up in the polls is he's acted like the adult when some people might characterize the children's play was going on. If he can just stay the same and make that line like, well, at least I get to talk here or something. But here's the real pressure. As you being a radio host, how are the CNN hosts going to handle this? Can they win coming out of tonight?
They win either way because they'll get viewers. Hey, we got a buddy of ours joining us here. The one and only Kurt Schlichter. He writes over at townhall.com and also at ij.com, and he's been on CNN with you like the last 3 days in a row talking about the debate, what we're talking about right now.
Kurt.
And look at you, you're getting a little tense already, Scottie. Okay, Kurt, apparently you are not necessarily on board with Donald Trump as Scottie is. Scottie just announced Donald Trump, introduced him at that Dallas event down there. Kurt, why are you being mean to Scottie?
He's not being mean.
Oh, I love Scottie, Larry. I love everybody. I'm full of love, except for Trump.
Ah, geez.
So what is your beef with Trump, and why have you two been debating on CNN so much about this? I don't understand it. Why shouldn't we all not speak ill of another Republican and just advance our ideas?
I agree, Larry. We shouldn't speak ill of another Republican, which leaves Trump out because he has been everything. He's been a Republican. He's been a Democrat. He's been independent. This week he's a Republican. Look, I'm a conservative guy. I like committed conservatives. I like people with a track record of conservatism, not just kind of conservatism this week. Now, I understand why friends like Scottie, this guy's a great American and a great patriot, like a lot of things Trump says. Larry, I got to tell you, I like a lot of things Trump says, and I like a lot of the ways he says it, but I don't trust him to carry through because he doesn't have the conservative foundation.
All right, Scottie. Let Scottie in here.
I love the flattery. I'm blushing right here if I had a heart, but I don't. So I really just, I'm going to go with you on this. Here's my thing, Kurt. You're telling me you trust these politicians outside of it. I'm going to take Ted Cruz out of the politician category in this. But you're going to say you trust all these politicians? You know what? You talk about conservative Republican. These guys are the same ones that are trading on the conservatives and the Republicans for the last 8 years. Hence why Donald Trump can sit there and garner this anger at the GOP right now.
When I say conservatives, I mean conservatives, Scottie.
Like who? Who on this panel has it?
Like Jeb Bush. How about Scott Walker, who put the public employee unions on their knees and blew their darn brains out?
Okay, unions. I love Walker, but give me something else about Walker. Give me something else.
I'm just glad I could bring you two together again. Kurt, thanks for chiming in. You know what, Kurt, stay on the line. We'll continue with you. Scottie, you have other words?
I have a big beef with him.
All right, so we've got a beef with Kurt. We're going to take up our beef with Kurt and continue our debate preview. And if you want to join the excitement, all the love in the air, give us a call, 888-630 WMAL. It's 543.
It's the final countdown.
I love that Donald Trump is rich. I think that's the only real thing I like about this guy. I mean, admittedly, we started out a little different. His dad gave him a $200 million business, and I started out mopping out toilets at a Carl's Jr. in Foster City, California. My concern about Donald is...
Your buddy Kurt Schlichter on CNN with you earlier today, and he followed that statement up with this.
He voted for Barack Obama. How do you call yourself a Republican and do that?
Scottie Hughes in studio here, Kurt Schlichter on the phone. We're talking, we were going to talk about the debate, but of course, we're talking about Trump. So, Scottie, he voted for Obama. That's a good question. He voted for Obama. How can you call yourself a Republican, Scottie?
It would be, but Kurt, did he vote for Obama?
Well, that's a great question, Scottie. And I decided when people started saying, "Hey, did he?" I decided, like a lawyer, to go look into it. And the question, and he seems confused about himself. In 2008, September, before the banks failed, he told Larry King, "I endorse McCain." Okay, fair enough. In 2011, in October, he told Sean Hannity he supported Barack Obama. So if I'm confused about who Trump voted for, it's because Donald is too.
No, because you
take his word for it if he wants to correct his own.
No, don't even say that. You said he voted for Barack Obama. That right there, what you said is false. He said he supported Obama. He said he thought he might be. He said that he supports. He might be a good president, like a good thing to do. But he never came out and said I voted for Barack Obama, and he never did. Kurt, $1 million.
Well, he says he never did.
He never did.
Well, you don't know.
I am going to outlaw her because you're sitting there. That's why people don't like it.
All right, you two.
No, I believe in being honest in media.
In retrospect,
he
I'm
didn't.
willing to listen to what his story is today.
No.
Because I'm confused because he's had a couple in the past.
Kurt, thank you for raising it. Listen, you raised it by saying you voted for Obama, and listen, no one knows who he voted for, but he says now that he didn't, and there's no,
Then I will graciously take his word for it.
And offer an apology for starting the rumor?
But let's say this, though Kurt raises...
Starting the rumor, it was him.
You started the rumor. No, he said a nice thing about the president. Many people have, including
John McCain and Jeb Bush. Yeah.
So.
Let's go to a larger question, though, here, though. Scottie, this...
Well, I voted for John McCain unequivocally. I probably won't vote for Jeb Bush ever.
Oh, hold on, Kurt. I got hang on, Kurt. Scottie, this is an Achilles heel of Donald Trump. I mean, that Jeb Bush ad, I'm not a supporter of any candidate right now, and certainly I've been critical of Jeb Bush, but that ad with Donald Trump in his own words and the things that he has said, saying Hillary Clinton would be a great person to negotiate the Iran nuclear deal, he's got an Achilles heel there. Do you think he's given a satisfactory response to that by saying, well, Ronald Reagan changed his mind? Is that enough?
Well, but that's the thing right now. Do I like 100% of what Donald Trump had said? Absolutely not. But when it comes down to it, to the issues that really matter to me right now and who I have the confidence in, Donald Trump is him. Who's the one that has a plan and who can actually revive something because he's done it before?
Well,
Donald Trump.
Kurt, Scottie just said Trump has a plan. Have you seen a plan from Donald Trump?
I haven't seen a plan, Larry. Look,
I
feels
have.
like when we were guys back in our 20s, and you would go up to your buddy and go, that hot chick you're with, she's totally crazy, dude. And the guy could go, yeah, she's crazy, but she's totally hot. That's the scene.
Did you just call Donald Trump hot?
I certainly.
That's the second soundbite of my day.
Thank you, Kurt. Listen, Kurt, we got to roll. We got calls we got to take as well, but we do appreciate you jumping in here and continuing your television debates with Scottie. You two are becoming quite the pair. Wait, go. Kurt, enjoy the debate tonight.
Well, thanks for having me. And Scottie says she has a better dog than the hideous terrier. You met the terrier.
Yeah, any dog is better than that dog, Kurt. I don't even have a dog, and I have a better dog than your dog. Scottie, let's bring in Lisa in Alexandria, because I think she speaks to a lot of Republicans right now who are watching this, seeing this thing built up like a heavyweight boxing match, and we're concerned. We don't want to see blood on the mat. Lisa, go ahead. You're on WMAL.
Yeah, I have an idea, and what I would really like to see is all of this talent that is up there on the stage to really get together amongst themselves and put forth to the American people an administration so that by November we know, okay, this guy's going to run in for president, and this is who the vice president I'm going to pick is. And these are my cabinet members.
Well, but Lisa,
this is what we stand,
but don't
this is what we stand for, and hit the road in November and really sell their whole idea to the American people as a whole government.
But don't we have to pick who the leader's going to be, who the nominee is going to be first before you put who? I mean, how do you put together a cabinet without picking who the president's going to be?
I think they should get together amongst themselves.
How about the voters decide?
Maybe you get 4 people, and the other ones just kind of come out, stay in the sides. But they all, if somebody did
I
that,
hear you, Lisa.
all dropped out and just said, no, this is who we're putting forth to you, and this is the entire administration.
Got it. I hear you. And we were out of time. Scottie, she echoes one thing. People concerned that there's so many candidates.
There is, and they all have egos. So while I wish that was the truth, Lisa, I wish that would happen, none of them will ever drop out because they want the other one to win.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody wants to just hand it over to their opponent.
Nobody wants to do what's best for the country.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out tonight. I can't wait. Don't forget, follow us on WMAL DC. We'll be live tweeting it. Brian Wilson and I will. Scottie, thanks for coming into the studio and having fun with us.
That went fast.
It does. It always does. But we are pumped up. It's a big night tonight, and we're looking forward to all the excitement. It's 5:54. Traffic and weather in 1 minute.